Good morning. I'm Pastor Steve Prickett from the Warwick Christian Fellowship. I hope that all you mothers that are listening had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday, and I hope you fathers and kids that are listening made sure that she did. It's good to be with you again this Monday morning, and hope you are doing well. I'm pastor to Warwick Christian Fellowship, and you can check us out at www.wcfri.org. Hope you visit and come and join us. We would love to have you when we start worshiping on Sundays again after the social distancing is over, and look forward to seeing you there. The other day, I went to a fancy restaurant. It's called Burger King, and I enjoy good, healthy food, so I go to Burger King. Now, I like to go there and get a breakfast burrito. It's a nice little tortilla wrapped around some egg and sausage and cheese and some kind of sauce they put in. And it's really tasty. I don't know how healthy it is, but I don't know if one hurts you, and I don't know if three hurts you, because that's what I usually get. But anyhow, there's a young man there that waits at the window sometimes, and he is more friendly and nicer than any of the other people that work there. Some of them are just, here's your food, and they're happy to see you gone. He's happy to see you arrive. And I ask him, I says, you're always so happy. He says, I love my job. That's important. You can tell when someone likes what they're doing. You know, if you like what you're doing, you'll do it well. Now, God has gifted all of us to do certain things. In Romans 12, starting with verse 6, the Bible says, since we have gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, each of us is to exercise them accordingly. If prophecy, according to the proportion of his faith, in service in his servant, or he who teaches in his teaching, or he who exhorts in his exhortation, he who gives with liberality, he who leads with diligence, he who shows mercy with cheerfulness. I love to preach. I enjoy it. God has given me the ability to do it. I'm not a good preacher, I don't think. I think I mumble my words. I think I talk too fast. I think I go on too many rabbit trails, but I love doing it because that's what God has gifted me to do. Each of us has gifts from God. You know, if you see a need in your church, maybe God has showed you that need because it's for you to fill. God does not show you needs so you can come to your pastor or some other church leader and complain. You know, we tend to do that. We'll go and say, hey, pastor, you know what I think needs to happen? That translates in, here, pastor, here's something else you can do. No, if God shows you a need in your church, maybe he's showing it because you can fix it. And you may say, well, I don't know how to fix that. I don't have the skill to do that. That's where God really gets the glory. God will get the glory when you let him do stuff through you. God has gifted you to see something. God will give you the ability to do something. I don't have the skill to preach. I don't have the intelligence to preach. But God allows me to do it. And he always, for the last 30 years, I've always had a sermon on Sunday. That's not just because I'm smart enough to do that. It's because God has given me that ability. God gives me something to preach. Of course, I went to seminary, I've studied, and I've been doing it for a long time. That certainly helps. But I remember my first sermon, I was scared to death. And my first sermon I ever gave, somebody came forward and gave their life to Christ. I knew that wasn't me. I was amazed by that. I remember one time I preached a sermon when I was at Faith Baptist Church, and I did not feel like being there that morning. And I thought my sermon was horrible. And at the invitation at the end, I'm standing down front, my head's down, I'm praying, God, get me out of here. I looked up and a man was standing in front of me, and he said, God spoke to my heart today. I want to give my life to Jesus, and he did. You never know how God will use you if you just avail yourself to him. And Paul wrote to Timothy in 1 Timothy 4:14, he said, do not neglect the gift that is in you. If God has given you a gift, I want to encourage you to use that gift for his glory, to serve in your church, to be a help in your church, not a complainer. We have enough complainers. We need more people willing to serve. Warren Wiersbe said something that's really just awesome thought. And I want you to remember this. I want you to think about this. And I want to end with this. He said, you are never too small for God to use, but maybe you're too big. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again tomorrow. God bless you.